Hey there everybody, my name is Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today is kind of a quick one. I did a video earlier with the Hatsan Jet, kind of did an unboxing, and also with the new Vever compressor. And I was feeling this thing, I'm like, I don't know. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm thinking too harshly about this product. And so I decided to bring it out here and do some test shooting. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so Hatsan Jet, we are going to do a full review on this. This is just prelim stuff. So I'm going to fill it. We're going to get some shot, basically shot curve is what I want to know, is what kind of drop, what kind of consistency are we going to get across a couple mags. I looked up the specs, and I think they're being a little generous on the shot count. I don't know what they consider reasonable. Yeah, I'll leave that up to them. I got 2 mags and it was dropping pretty hard. So I'm going to show that to you guys. But what was surprising is the first mag was super consistent. So I'm wondering if there isn't a little adjustment that could be made to hammer spring or valve tuning in this Hatsan to flatten that curve out a little bit. Maybe do a little work back in the engineering department okay, so it's not regulated, no biggie, but can you flatten that curve out a little bit just by tuning it down a little bit and giving us a flatter shot curve? It's very molded plastic, composite, whatever you want to say. That doesn't offend me. I don't mind composites. I think they do a good job. Yeah, it's okay that way. Trigger's decent, function's decent. Let's fill it, and we'll go ahead and take a few shots just to see how she's going to do for us. So 250 bar is what we're going to fill to, and I said this in my video before, when you have a quick disconnect and then you have to use a probe to then make use of the quick disconnect, that is something that I go, huh? The whole point of a quick disconnect is not to have then another piece of equipment you need. So yeah, not a fan of that, but okay. I'm using my dynamic air rifle bottle bag. This thing is awesome. We're going to do another video just on this bag. Yeah, this thing makes me want to use carbon fiber tanks again. So let me put this back. Let me put this down the other table. We're going to take some shots and get some numbers here. Okay, let's turn the Crony on. Okay, we're running 15.89s. We will do the tests with all the different pellets and that kind of fun stuff. In fact, I might send this out to Angie to do a grip review on. That's her thing. I'll let her do it. No sense in reinventing the wheel there. Let's switch over to the FX Crony, and I'll save this shot count, or shot string. We get 7 shots per mag, so we're going to do 2 mags. We'll see where we're at. I don't know, again, I don't know where they're talking about. I don't know. We'll have to see. Just trying to wrap myself around the spread. But maybe we'll go ahead and do 4 mags and just see where it sits. All right, so new string, and we'll connect. All right, and yep, settings, shot string. Okay. So, again, 15.89s. The magazine's a little different. You got to rotate it all the way around. Load your first one in, skirt first from the rear, and then backfill. The action on this is pretty decent. Side lever cocking, it's nice. It's a little gritty. But again, price point on this is in that 300-ish area. So it's not a high-end gun. So it's, it's probably about right for the build quality is probably about right for the price point. Comparing to other models of similar sort of stuff, like, I mean, the one that to me just comes to mind immediately is the Notos. That gun is regulated, and I think it's going to be hard to overlook that massive advantage in that gun over something like this. The one thing this does have is a very small form factor if you don't run the moderator. I've got the adapter and the moderator, that's my gear on here. I've added a Hawk. This is an endurance 1-4 scope. I think it's perfect for stuff like this. We're shooting at 20 yards on steel just to get an idea of what this is going to be like. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a shot.
756. 756. 756. 747.
Okay, so those first few shots were 756, 756, 756. If they could just tweak that shot curve, because we're starting at the top and now we're going to start seeing it drop. If they could adjust that balance between the hammer spring and the valve, I think we could get a lot more usable shots out of this. Let's keep going.
752. 738.
Last bullet.
735.
Magazine empty.
All right, let's go to our next mag here. And we'll do 4 mags. I think the book or the specs on the website I was looking at was some 40-some shots in 22, and that's a stretch. That's a stretch to have any sort of consistency. Let's see here. All right, so next 7.
742. 735. 728. 719. 719. 710.
Last bullet.
700.
Okay.
7.
Magazine empty.
All right, so right now we're sitting at an extreme spread of 49, which across 2 mags, I just did the video on the Evanex Viper. That is what I'm getting with that. So I don't think that's out of bounds actually at all. But our pressure is sitting at, well, it's actually not bad. It's about 180 bar. But again, we're talking about on the website, they're talking 40 plus shots with 85% of them being optimal. Define optimal. Let's see. I don't think 2 mags at that, wrong way. I don't think 2 mags with a 50 FPS spread is terrible in an unregulated gun. Let's see what happens as we keep going down. And again, 15.89s, I mean, maybe another pellet would be a little different, but I think these are probably well suited for that. I mean, it's shooting accurately enough, 20 yards. I mean, it's a short little barrel. I think it'll be interesting to get the full review done with the trigger pull and the dB numbers and stuff, because she's barky. She's very loud without the moderator. But kudos to Hatsan for Hatsan for providing the adapter. That's really nice that they did that. So, and frankly, you go back and forth. Do you want to fully integrated? I'm stuck with the moderator that they were issued. Was issued to me on my gun, or do you want to have the option to put whatever you want on? I'm probably going to lean to options. Give me the option to put whatever I want on. So I'm running a 0 dB, is what I had. Yeah, and it really quiets it down nicely. Okay, next set of shots.
696. 687. 684. 682.
Last bullet.
670.
Magazine empty.
We're at 21 shots now. We're at 86 spread. Next 7.
673. 661. 659. 649. 649. 643.
That
Last
felt
bullet.
funny.
636.
Let's see what our pressure is. We're just over 100 bar. I don't think we're going to get any more shots out of that. That is a total of 28 shots. Spread now is at 120. So, okay. Let's kind of break that down a little bit. First of all, being honest, the gun shot way better than I expected, so that's a win. Just straight up. The fact that we have that huge spread and we're still, look, it's a pistol, guys. I know I have it set up like a carbine, but it's effectively a pistol. The barrel is like that long, right? So let's be realistic on range. 20 yards, I think, gosh, if I was target shooting in my backyard, that's extremely respectable. Power, okay, so it starts out better than it ends. Obviously, we're 20 foot-pounds to start, and it really just goes down to 14 and a bit, 14.3. The shot curve, that's sort of what has me kind of questioning, all right, what do we do with this? Is it a plinking gun? Is it a hunting gun? Is it, if I hunt with it, where do I shoot 2 mags and refill? And that's probably what I would do. If I were to take this out squirrel hunting or pesting or whatever, I do 2 mags, top it off, because that is pretty reasonable. It's like less than 50 feet per second, and that first mag's really good. And gosh, if there was a way to better balance the hammer spring and the valve, I think we could get, I think we could dramatically change that shot curve. But I don't know the mechanics of this gun. I'm not going to try and take apart and do any of that, but maybe you guys know how to do that, because I think this has great potential, actually, now shooting a little bit. Personal preference between this and the Notos. I'm going to go with the Notos, personally. The regulated performance, multiple mags that are like super even, better energy, more consistent energy, great accuracy, 50-yard accuracy. All of that stuff is going to lean me more to the Notos, and I believe it's cheaper on top of all of that. The benefits to this that I think are cool, I do like the fact we can pop the stock off without needing tools. I like that I can put whatever moderator I want or no moderator. I think that's all cool. Yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting journey with this gun. I really like this scope setup. So yeah, I might actually just see what it does at 50 yards here just for fun and save that for another day. But all in all, we got to work cut out for this one, guys. That's going to be it for now. Stay tuned for more coverage on the Jet here, and we'll probably get around to a comparison between it, a direct comparison between it and the Notos, feature for feature, performance, etc. That's going to be, I think, a fun video. Be a little ways off in the future, because I really want to make sure I fully understand and can get the most out of this gun, well, both guns, before we do that. So, but I think we're going to do it. Guys, that's going to be it. My name is Rick Utzer here with AirgunWeb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.